All right, Arizona Cardinal fans, Eric and Brian back in the Birdgang Ultimate Fan Cave, fresh off our Miami takeover. Brian, are you dry finally?
Yeah, I don't know. I think actually my pants are still wet hanging over my shower.
Yeah,
So,
I think you better unpack your suitcase because there's going to be something growing in it.
oh God, I
Um,
forgot about that.
it was, first of all, it was an amazing trip. Shout out. I know we've been away for a couple of weeks, but with all the planning and getting ready for Miami, it was impossible to just keep up and shoot a show. So, um, yeah, we're back and just incredible trip. I mean, from the fans checking in to the the booze cruise, the boat party, whatever you want to call it.
That
I
was
mean,
great.
I don't think fans ever had a better time than that. That was like, you know, walking around just seeing the fans excited and having fun. It had all the feeling of that was our Super Bowl. I mean, I can only imagine if we get to the Super Bowl and throw a Bird Gang takeover Super Bowl party, how it's just going to be. I don't know how I'll survive it for one.
Not only that, just a trip in general. Even if it didn't have anything to do with the Cardinals at all,
Yeah.
like it was just an amazing vacation,
Yeah, it was.
a great trip.
It was a lot of stuff packed in. I mean, we gave the fans plenty of time. And people drove to Key West. They did all kinds of fun things. The weather, well, to say the least, we didn't see much sun there. It kind of rained, and but you know what? It was fun because even look at the party Saturday night, hanging out on the patio at the Cleveland or the Bidwells were there. Steve Kime was there. It was pouring down rain. Those guys are probably wearing $5,000-6,000 suits at the party to come to see the fans, and it was pouring rain, and they didn't care. It was just fun. Everybody was taking selfies. Um, you know, the party was ridiculous. I know we had some fans it was a little too ridiculous for because we did have a half empty bus. One bus was half empty, so I think.
I think the open bar caught up with them the
Yeah,
next day.
the open bar and the 5:30 in the morning drinking laws in Miami did catch up to some
Right.
people. But all in all, I mean, it was an amazing trip. I know a lot of fans have thanked me and stuff, and it still hasn't really sunk in that we actually pulled it off and put it all together and made it happen. And behind the scenes, it was ridiculous because we had issues we were dealing with logistics of the catering and everything right up until time that tailgate kicked off. Um, but all in all, it was cool. I got to do a lot of fun stuff. I took the tour of Marlins Stadium, took the tour of Dolphin Stadium on Saturday, and we had a fantastic time there. And then the tailgate. I mean, the food was fabulous. I apologize. The line was a little bit long, but feeding 500 people is quite the chore. I mean, when you got one food line, at least the beverages were flowing.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
mean,
we
you
had
know,
some great bartenders out there.
you get an opportunity to see exactly how you got to fine tune it for next time. It's just everything couldn't have gone any better. Obviously there's some things to tweak, but
Yeah, and
just
it's
a lot of fun.
dealing with it when we're 2,000 miles away to make something like that happen. That's it's hard enough to plan a wedding when you live in state and do it right here, but it's literally we planned this from 2,000 miles away with nothing but phone calls, text messages, and emails. So, I mean, that was it. We didn't know what we were going into. We were just hoping um, everything was going to be set, and it pretty much was. Outside of the weather and losing the game, that was
Yeah,
about the only downside. But I mean, I think a lot of fans enjoyed it and had fun and came away win or lose, and that was kind of it. That was a season wrap up party for us. We kind of the handwriting's on the wall. This just isn't our year. We'll regroup, come back stronger next year, and looking forward to doing it all over again. Um,
I know. Some fans were like, "Man, you guys are going to sit up in the front row. We're way back in like row 30," and then they were lucky, man,
yeah,
because
well, they
it
were
rained
bone
so hard, and
they were bone dry. We were ankle deep in
we
water
were
with
standing in water
no
up to our ankles.
drainage.
Yeah, up to our ankles. It was just
There was literally
ridiculous.
no drainage in the front row, and I would just watch the waterfall come down and get deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah, just walking out of there stiff-legged, my pants ice cold, soaked with water. It was just a mess.
Yeah, it was just incredible. I mean, all the way around. So if you came with us again, thank you. If you didn't, I'm sure you've heard about it, you've seen it. So next year, get on board with Birdgang Travel Club. Huge shout out to Tyler Martinez for keeping me alive all weekend and keeping me sane because logistically we were running around from hotel to hotel, juggling a lot of people, keeping a lot of people happy, making sure the fun was nonstop, and I think we achieved it honestly. So with that said, yeah, lost to the Dolphins. I mean, we had a shot, came back in the game, and unfortunately, 1 second left on the clock, which I don't know. I've watched the replay now since we've been home, and I think time did expire.
Did you? I didn't
Um,
get a chance to see it,
with
so
him running around in the backfield over there trying to jockey for position on the hash marks or whatever they were doing, just run the clock down. So, with that said, New Orleans Saints at home. This is our final home game of the 2016 season.
man.
Where did the season go? Is what I want to know. I mean, I think maybe it goes slower when you're winning. Um, but we just ran out of games, and that's it. So we'll see everybody out at the tailgate, and so looking forward to that. We're gonna take a quick break though, because I want to put up some of the pictures from the trip, and so enjoy the pictures if you missed it. If you didn't, it's on our Facebook, Birdgang Travel Club, the website. Make sure you get on the newsletter too on birdgang.com. It's we've got a lot more people signed up. We had a lot of people come to the tailgate. We took 350 to the hotels, and I think we ended up at about 525 at the tailgate for feeding people, and had a ton of food and stuff left over. So it was a great time. So we'll be back in a minute. Check out these photos and a little bit of what we ran into out there in South Beach. All right, Cardinal fans, Eric and Brian back in the Birdgang fan cave. I hope you guys enjoy those pictures and stuff. So, Brian, looking ahead to Drew Brees coming to town,
Yeah.
right? And the high-powered Saints offense. I don't know, are they still throw it deep though? Brees will get his tosses in out there, and hopefully the secondary takes care of it. I don't know if who we'll have in the patchwork secondary this week.
Yeah, Breeze is having an MVP season. He's in contention, and we had Britt Golden in the secondary last week,
Yeah,
so
he'll
it could
probably
be
he might be there again this week. So
with
we don't know.
Tyvon out for the year.
Well, I don't know. Well, Taiwan's out, but I heard recently Tyron wants to play. He
Yeah,
wants to finish
yeah,
the,
he's
the
supposed to
season.
be.
So yeah, Saints, and then Christmas Eve you got Seattle, and then New Year's Day LA. You're
LA.
you're gonna make the road
I'll
trip
be
out to
there, yeah.
LA. So Brian's heading out to LA for the road trip. I won't be able to make that one. So if you run into Brian out there, he'll buy you beers in LA.
You got to mention it
You got
though.
to mention it though. He got off free in Miami. Nobody
Scot
mentioned
free.
it. So yeah,
Nobody mentioned it because maybe nobody's watching.
didn't have to buy any beers. So take him up on that. Look for him New Year's Eve. I'm sure he'll be out there somewhere, and hopefully the Cardinals get a strong showing. It'll be interesting to see with the Rams out there how that looks at that stadium and stuff. So make sure you take some pictures and let me know
Yeah,
how it looks and
it's always nice to
see how
make
it
the
goes.
road games, and you don't have too many opportunities to go to the
Yeah.
Coliseum anymore. So soon they'll be out of there and in a new place.
So we'll be back tailgating again. If you watch the show right now, Saturday morning is our Birdgang fan toy drive at AZ Motor Trends, right off of the 101 on 91st Avenue in between Peoria and Olive. Come by, unwrap toy or cash donation. We're going to be out there from 8 to 3. Got a little car show going on and stuff. Might have a couple special guests. I don't know. I'm still waiting on the phone calls, so I can't promise anything yet. If it comes up, it'll be on the Facebook page, and you can drive over there. But yeah, we're doing it all for Sunshine Acres Children's Home in Mesa. Did a toy drive for them last year. We want to help out the kids there again, make sure they have a good Christmas. And see us all out on the Great Lawn. We'll be out there at the Seatown tailgate again for the last tailgate of the season. Unless we throw I don't know, year-end party tailgate or something like that. We never know. I'm
Maybe
still tired from Miami though.
you look at.
It's just I don't know. It's just the whole season. The all or nothing thing from the beginning, and it's been a roller coaster. And I mean, you dwindle down your chances to make anything happen at this point. So, it's been a while since we had 3 games left and didn't have any hope left for the season. So
Yeah, it's a little humbling, that's for sure. Kind of brings back a little memory.
it is, but in a way, it's kind of like it'll be fine. We'll be back stronger next year.
Yeah.
And the season looks interesting next year. London, they didn't give us much time to recoup from Miami, and the London thing was up. So the website's been getting a lot of emails. The phone's been ringing. We're going to try to pull off London 100% with a big Birdgang fan trip. I know I've already been making phone calls. We're possibly looking at doing a charter 747 for up to 400 fans, which would be really cool. Our own plane. Air Birdgang or whatever we put on the side of it, a nice little logo or something on the tail. And no, it's that would be interesting. 6 days in London, a lot to see, and those fans over there are pretty passionate about football. I mean, they have season ticket holders for the 4 games that the NFL is going to play over there next season, and they get pretty rowdy. And it'd be interesting to meet some of our Cardinal Birdgang fans from across the pond, I guess.
From the UK.
From the UK. We'll be in the UK. I thought Miami was going to be a far trip, but
I can't even imagine at this point. It's a long way away, though.
So yeah, October. But and then again, follow the Birdgang Travel Club. We're also going to select 1 or maybe 2 other games, depending on how the demand is from the fans. We might be looking at Philly. I like Washington. I've never been to DC myself. I know there's a lot to see there. That's plenty of time for the fans to take in a great weekend there, and as long as it's not December or January, maybe September would be nice.
Yeah, it'll all be scheduling, based on the schedule.
Yeah, again, based on the scheduling. So, with that said, I think we're going to wrap it. We'll be back with next week's show talking to you about Christmas Eve up in Seattle, and hopefully the fan cave will be a little more festive for that show.
Yeah.
So,
Do something.
for Eric and Brian, this will be the last week of the 2016 season that we'll see you in the red zone.
In the red zone.